he is rising. He cannot be stopped, and you will not be safe in his America.
For all those of you who voted for President Trump, there's no way out.
There we go. So, you've been introduced to possibly the best meme of the year. I'm laying my foot down. I'm putting my foot down strong and firmly on this. This is the best meme of the year. The Dark Biden meme. So, it's no secret. Joe Biden is a bumbling, gaffing, kind of old fool in the eyes of most people. He's not the greatest at public speaking, especially these days. And most people don't look at him, sincerely as being this strong political, like, left-wing, this flag carrier of the left. No one genuinely sees him that way, except for, very hardcore Democrats, I guess. However, he is the best we fucking have. And part of having to deal with the best you really have is kind of joking about the situation you're in. And seeing as Biden, to be fair, is actually doing better as president than I think a lot of people thought he'd do. Like, come on, let's be real. Has Biden not done better as president than many of you expected? He's actually done a decent job. Other than, people try to pin the gas prices and the inflation on him, but there's no evidence that it's his fault. These are things out of his control, and he's even taken very strong action to change it and make it better, and they've worked. He's been pretty proactive. I mean, he's not perfect by any means, but he's done a decent enough job. So, more or less, the left has decided, or at least the funny parts of the left, have decided to adopt a new meme. A meme that is meant to sort of, in a way, poke fun at Biden. There's obviously, it's very tongue-in-cheek. It's not genuinely praising Biden. It's meant to be ironic. It's very much like the, talking about how great Morbius is, when people would, make the memes about Morbius outselling every other movie, and it's like, the joke is that the movie's awful, but people are pretending it's good, That's part of the Dark Brandon joke. But that's not all of it. The part of the Dark Brandon joke that makes it so perfect, so good, possibly the most golden, freshly minted, fresh-baked, glorious, fluffy, white bread, fresh out of the oven. I'm thinking about freshly baked bread right now, so I can't stop describing that for some reason. This is what happens when you get stoned on stream, chat. Just this fresh fucking meme. The reason why this is so effective is the reaction that it gets out of the right. Or better, or more so should I say, that it is a response to the right, and how good of a response to the right that it is. So, for those of you guys who haven't seen it yourselves, the right is kind of terrified of Biden, or at the very least, they act like they are. Here's a tweet from Ted Cruz. The Manchin-Schumer bill will create oh my god, why are you auto-playing? What the hell? The Manchin-Schumer bill will create 87,000 new IRS agents to target regular, everyday Americans. Stop Biden's shadow army now. Shadow army, okay. You made that sound... How do you make funding for the IRS to hire more employees sound like the setup for a World of Warcraft expansion? That's what he just did. Ted Cruz is an enigma. I mean, he is, from the Zodiac, from being the Zodiac killer to being governor of Texas to being a lolcow on the internet. He really does have a broad resume. I needed to squeeze in a Ted Cruz as the Zodiac killer joke in here somewhere. I'm sorry. It was rough, but I had to do it. Wait, I haven't seen this yet. Oh my god. How do you make Biden look that cool? How do you make Biden look that fucking cool? You don't even have to make this into a meme. Like, by the way, I wanted you to know, juxtapose that with the Dark Brandon meme that we just watched. How much of a difference is there, really? You can't tell. Like, if I showed you one of those videos and then the other, I don't feel like you'd be able to tell which one is genuine conservative propaganda and which one isn't. I hope Biden's shadow army includes all of the cringy leftists that the rightoids have made fun of for years. Dark Big Red. Let's go. Dark Big Red. Big Red comes back for revenge. Okay. You know it's a good meme and it's working when even the Democrats, the fucking Senate Democrat Committee, plays into it. This is fucking real. This is actually real. This is what we need more of. This right here. Let me do it. Thank you. That's what we need more of right there. This is fucking fantastic. This right here is what we need to see more of. I'm sorry. I'm not saying that memes, like, win elections or anything, but it's kind of important for a political movement to have control of the cultural landscape. So, here in America, at least, we have freedom of speech. You don't have the government coming to your door and, like, kicking it down and pulling you away in handcuffs if you criticize the president or anything like that. We have freedom of speech. Conservatives know that they aren't having their freedom of speech taken away when they advocate for the things they advocate for, no matter how much they lie, or how much they, spread harm or, knowingly try to spread propaganda. It doesn't matter. They know they're not going to lose their freedom of speech. At worst, they'll lose their platform. And there is always a way around that if you're smart and you have the money, and a lot of them do. So, with that in mind, you have to realize that the left kind of needs to be able to have a consequence for certain ideas that isn't legal, right? Like, think about it. You can't take away someone's right to speak because they're a racist bigot, but you can disincentivize bigoted racist behavior in society by making it socially unacceptable. There's no rules or laws or punishment necessarily for engaging or speaking in a certain way. It's just looked down on. Much like taking a shit on the side of the road in public in front of a bunch of people is looked down on. That's also illegal. I don't know. Just like, I don't know, being very crass in public. Like, I don't know, just swearing a lot and being really gross in the way that you're talking is seen as a public taboo. It's something that just people kind of look down on you for. Racism, sexism, homophobia, transphobia, these things should be seen the same way. And a big part of that is the left, this is very harsh wording, very strong wording, but the left dominating the culture. And the way you do that is by making your political movement look good. And part of that is memes and being funny and having a sense of humor and self-awareness. But a large part of that is also not coming off as preachy. Nothing about the Dark Biden memes are preachy. It's not suggesting anyone is wrong, or they should think a certain way, or that they need to change their opinions or anything. It subtly would push people in that direction if they view the memes the right way, and they're in the right headspace for it, but it doesn't tell them to. It's just a subtle push. Very much like the right-wing, conservative edgy humor that's very common, has a very similar subtle pushing effect to the right for a lot of people online. I think this type of humor is important. It's not preachy. It's the perfect amount of irreverent and kind of edgy and self-aware and ironic, and it's also funny. It's funny. Like, most of the content, let's rewatch the original Dark Brandon meme. I want to point something out about this. How I want you to count how many images from this are like clearly not edited. How many images from this are, like, this is obviously edited in a meme. How many images from this are clearly taken from just straight up, unironic, serious conservative propaganda? I want you guys to count. This image is from a real conservative campaign ad. You won't be safe in Joe Biden's America. That is from a real conservative campaign ad, a real Trump ad. So not as much of those were like genuine like screenshots of conservative propaganda as I expected, but like, it's not too much different from it, is it? Especially what we've already gone over. Like, the memes in that video are not too far off from the way that the conservatives right now talk about Joe Biden. He's a communist. He's a communist mastermind who's enabling the LGBT, leftist, left-wing, socialist, communist agenda to take over our country. Like, you hear people like Marjorie Taylor Greene or these Trumpite conservative types or Republicans talk about Joe Biden, and it genuinely sounds like they're talking about, like, Homelander from The Boys or something. Like, they're terrified of him, like he's this evil mastermind who's got all this power and controls everything, and it's so bizarre. Part of that, by the way, that I should really point out is that conservatives love feeling like the victims. Have you noticed that conservatives rely on people feeling bad for them, while at the same time seeing them as strong? Conservatives want the public to see them as these strong, edgy, not afraid of getting canceled, not afraid of going against the left-wing woke PC culture grain, while at the same time being these unfortunate, deplatformed martyrs who've been, they've had everything taken from these poor guys. Oh, I feel so bad for them. They want to have their cake and eat it too. They want people to feel bad for them and feel like they're martyrs who've been, taken down in the name of the woke PC agenda, while at the same time being these strong, unstoppable, uncancelable titans, right? And you can't have your cake and eat it too. Something that these memes do, the Dark Biden memes do, is call that out. It subtly calls out the conservative victim mentality by playing into it like, yeah, you are a victim. We are going to get you. You should be afraid. And it's funny. It's objectively funny. They always play the victim? Yeah. And if they play the victim, we should play the victimizer. Why not? When conservatives play the victim, play the victimizer. As a joke. It works. It's funny. And that's what the Dark Brandon meme is. When conservatives play the victim, you play the victimizer as a joke. And people will laugh. And it will work. Anyway, if you enjoyed this segment and you want to see more from me, please consider leaving a like, subscribe, comment down below, or even ring the bell icon next to the sub button so YouTube actually tells you when I go live or upload a new video. And of course, if you want to support me and, see more from me online, you can also follow my social media, linked down below, including my Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, fan, Discord, all of that. It's all down there. And if you want to support me financially, you can do so by donating, subscribing, or gifting a sub on my website, which you see on screen here, the chat you see on screen, xanderhall.com/live, link in the description and pinned in the chat. And of course, you can also support me on YouTube, Twitch, Streamlabs, Stream Elements, and Patreon. As always, thank you so much for your support, no matter how you support me. I love you all very much, and have a good one.